And 7 News uncovering new information about the Denver bar killings. 5 people found inside a Colorado Boulevard bar near Alameda this morning. Air Tracker 7 on the scene right after the bodies were found during a fire investigation. Police think the victims were killed before the fire.
The 7 News team investigating all angles of this story. 7 News reporters Amanda Cost and Lance Hernandez both on the scene.
And Lance, police saying right now they don't really have a lot to go on.
And we just learned within the last few minutes that the owner of Pharaoh's Bar and Grill is one of the victims that she was shot. Now, investigators tell me they're following up a few leads, but they want to hear from more people. They believe someone intentionally set a fire inside that bar to cover up a homicide.
We like to think it was an isolated incident, but that, I can't say that with any certainty.
Police Chief Robert White asking for help from anyone who witnessed what happened. He says a Glendale police officer on routine patrol saw smoke coming from Pharaoh's and called Denver Fire.
And we were informed that, in fact, he had heard some screams, apparently, apparent screams from the building. May have been screams from bystanders. We don't know.
Fire crews say there was zero visibility when they entered the building and found 5 bodies, then pulled them out.
It became apparent during the assessment of the patients outside of the building that there were significant trauma injuries inconsistent with the fire at hand.
Investigators aren't talking about that trauma. We asked neighbors if they heard anything.
Did you hear any gunfire?
No, not at all.
Now, police are still inside Pharaoh's processing the crime scene. They're also canvassing the neighborhood, trying to see if there are any security cameras that may have recorded any activity related to that crime. Live along Colorado Boulevard near Alameda, Lance Hernandez, 7 News.
Thanks, Lance. And our team coverage continues with 7 News reporter Amanda Cost. And Amanda, you've uncovered new information about the 5 victims.
That's right, and as Lance Hernandez just said, we have confirmed through the brother of the owner of this bar and grill that she is among the 5 killed inside, a total of 4 women and 1 man. And we've uncovered new information about what happened in the hours leading up to these killings.
For hours, this was the only sign of young Firo. Parked outside her bar and grill, towed away from this crime scene where 5 bodies were found, the place set on fire.
That's our place to go, where it was anyway.
A block away across the street.
It scares the hell out of me.
The general manager of Shotgun Willie's.
When I found out this morning, I checked on my staff and made sure it was no one that worked with me.
But he hasn't heard from Young.
I'm really, really missing her already a lot.
A petite woman with a big personality, running a small business.
I see her so much that she's just burned into my memory.
She does all the cooking, the waitressing, the bartending. She works up in their clothes almost every day there.
Tim Johnson runs poker games at the bar. He says he usually stays until last call, but Tuesday night, he left early.
Just playing poker, playing Texas Hold'em, having a fun time, and then who would have known 3 hours later? It's a tragedy.
Johnson says when he left, the owner, 2 men, and a few poker players were inside.
The place is usually pretty calm.
Rage and anger, that just doesn't seem like a random act of violence or a robbery. It seems like I'm going to get you.
And just within the last 3 hours, the police chief standing where I am right now, pleading for anyone who was inside the bar prior to the murders to come forward and share what they witnessed inside. And right now, investigators are inside working to find answers of their own. Reporting live, Amanda Cost, 7 News.
Goal 7 investigator John Ferrugia breaking new information now about what may have prompted those murders. John, you've uncovered information that these killings might be drug-related.
That's right, Mike. Law enforcement sources say police are looking at a drug connection, and that makes sense with the information we've uncovered from friends of one woman who they believe is a victim. Now, one of those friends was contacted by Denver police after they apparently recovered the woman's cell phone and found she had contacted him last night prior to going to the bar. Now, police told the friend the woman was missing. Another friend says she frequents the bar with this woman almost weekly, and both are good friends of the owner, who she says was also killed. The friend also says the woman in question did not show up for work today. Now, both of those sources we spoke with and who know this woman, who they believe is now dead, say the bar is a place where patrons connected with drug dealers to obtain cocaine. Both sources said the owner was not involved in such transactions, but that patrons use the bar as a meeting place. At this point, it's unclear if it is a drug deal gone bad, but law enforcement sources say it has all the markings of that. Now, we're not releasing the name of the woman, as the medical examiner has not completed forensic examination, but of course we're going to continue working our sources on this one. In the newsroom, I'm John Ferrugia, 7.